What's up, guys? This is Boondocks, and today I want to talk about effective health and more specifically armor and how it really affects you when you're playing the game. So Valkyr, who is by far the queen of armor, is probably the easiest way of demonstrating it, but of course this will work just as easily on other characters that are very high armored targets. With that being said, I am going to make some assumptions. For instance, I'm going to state that all health is going to be at 300 max health without using any mods, and 300 shields. Obviously, each frame is different, and I'm only looking at the armor at this point, so bear with me. With that being said, if we were to just look at Valkyr, let me reset those to plain color. If we were to look at Valkyr, the way her current stats are, she has 450 effective health before taking into account her armor. The way I get this is by adding her health value with her shield value to 450. Now, if I were to toss on a vitality, you can see that my health goes up by 440. Awesome, right? Well, that's not including armor. And the way armor works in this game is it uses a slightly complicated equation. I say slightly because it's one of the actual easier equations in this game, but it's still annoying when you're just trying to do math pretty quickly, especially when you consider the fact that it doesn't directly show you here how much you're going to be gaining from increasing your armor. With that being said, the equation is your new effective health is your normal health, not including your shields, so in this case 300, times the quantity of 1 plus your armor value divided by 300. So in the case of Valkyr, we would take her 600 armor divided by 300 to give you 2. Add on the 1 to give her 3. So basically, just by having no mods on, I have 3 times 300. So my armor increases my total health by 900. That's pretty damn good, even though it's hidden, you can't see it. So if I were to toss on something like a steel fiber instead of a vitality, you can now see that I gained 660 armor. So I'm just going to look at the change in total health, not the total new health. So basically the change in armor. So 660 divided by 300 gives you 2.2. Add on a 1, 3.2 obviously. Then multiply that by 300. So just by adding on a steel fiber, I increase my entire health pool by 960. It's kind of hard to see, but it's there. So if I were to add on an armored agility instead, it's only 870. Well, that gives me a new health pool of 570 increase. So what does that mean? Well, basically that means if I were to combine both of these, I would gain 960 plus the 570, and that's effectively 1530 extra health, not including the original 600 that she had from the beginning, which is really 900, so yeah. Basically what I'm getting at is there's different armor values for the different characters, and you have to really consider where the breakpoints are. For instance, with armored agility, the breakpoint is 300 armor. So what that means is the characters of Frost, Chroma, Atlas, and Valkyr will gain more benefit from using an armored agility than they would from using a vitality rune. However, in the case of Frost, he actually does gain more from using redirect just because he has such a ridiculous shield pool. But as far as Atlas, Valkyr, and Chroma are concerned, steel fiber and more specifically armored agility are by far superior to vitality and redirection. The breakpoint for steel fiber is actually 150. So any frame of Oberon level or tankier is actually more powerful from using a steel fiber than a vitality. Of course, this can change depending on what types of buffs they have based on their shields and their health pool, but the one thing you have to remember is since armor is actually multiplied by your health pool at the end, having a higher health could still benefit you more from having increased agility or increased armor compared to just a higher vitality rating. So with that being said, try to run some of the math yourself. Again, the equation is normal health times 1 plus your armor divided by 300. Try to figure out which ones actually work the best for you. And until next time, like, comment, subscribe, and peace.